Oh, I just put way too much powder on, like way too much. Dude, don't be a D-I-C-K, dude. Dude actually got neutered this week because he was definitely behaving like a teenager. Just realised I've left the majority of my makeup downstairs. Go me. Go, girlfriend. I'm going to do a little bit of this thing that always makes my contour look very artificial and fake, but I just can't stop. I'm kind of addicted to this. If you ain't highlighting your collarbones, where the fuck you at? Have you seen that on TikTok? Where the fuck you at? Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be trying out an extremely exciting, super cool toned, kind of created for Halloween, but for me every day is Halloween kind of palette. So the palette we're going to be trying out today is by BH Cosmetics and it's called the Venom palette. So this is what the palette looks like. We have 9 different shades. 6 of them are metallics and 3 of them are mattes. If I had to be honest, which of course I will be, like, why did I say if I had to be honest? I am being honest. I wish that there were probably 6 matte shades and maybe 3 metallics because, I don't know, I've talked about this before, but I just feel like if you've got more mattes, you can create different kinds of looks than if you've got more shimmers, metallics. I don't know. I might start a petition for all eyeshadow palettes to feature more mattes. Do you know what? Just let me know in the comments downstairs. Do you think there should be an equal balance? This is like the most boring poll / customer feedback exercise ever, but would you prefer like an equal balance of mattes and metallics, or do you prefer more metallics? Do you prefer more mattes? Are you on team more mattes or team more metallics? But anyway guys, right, so this cost me £15, which if the quality of the eyeshadows are anything like the quality from other BH Cosmetic palettes that I've tried, I think we're in for a treat, and I think £15 is really good value. So they did create this for specifically for Halloween, and it's part of the Poison Shock collection. I do have a Beauty Bay up on my phone. I bought the palette from Beauty Bay, so I just wanted to show you because there are some other palettes within this range. So we've got the Venom palette, which is one I've got. This is just very like cool tone grey, a grey kind of theme. Then we have a green tone palette, which has like emerald green metallics. It's even got a little blue in there, just for like thrown in randomly. And then you've got some kind of light greens and turquoises. Then you've got the pinky purple palette. I have a feeling that that one is probably going to be one of the most popular because I think purple is just a shade that a lot of people seem to just like go nuts for. We have a beautiful blue palette, and then finally they've got a warm toned kind of orangey themed palette. So one thing to note is that so the grey palette that I have and the green palette are both £15, but for the other 3 palettes, these are currently on sale for 50% off, so they are £7.50. You can bet your cheese and crackers that I'm definitely going to be buying another one of these palettes if I really enjoy the Venom palette, because £7.50, I could not resist that. I just could not. This palette is vegan and cruelty free, which is amazing. Okay, so I'm just going to cut to the swatches so that you can see how these shades look swatched, and then we're going to move on and we're going to jump right into the eye look. Okay, so here we have the swatches. I don't really put much emphasis on swatches because I don't really think you can tell a whole lot from them other than what kind of shade to expect. But I think it's clear to see from this bunch of swatches that Oh my gosh, this palette, it features just some absolutely drop dead gorgeous shades. We have duochromes, we have metallics, we have the mattes, and all of the shadows are just very soft, smooth, creamy, buttery. I literally just went in once. I dipped my finger in the pan and then I just did like a swatch and that was it. So I think, you know, the opaqueness of the mattes is just majestical, and then the fact that we can see the white in itself is award winning. So to begin, I'm going to go in with a little bit of fangs, which is, it's kind of like I was going to say it's like a stark white, but it looks like it's maybe got a little bit of grey in there. So I'm just going to pop that like directly under my brow bone. Also, I pop these kind of, you know, the tape on my eyes just because I'm not that good at makeup and it helps me to look like I'm better at makeup than I am. But you know what I mean? Do I have any clean brushes? I think not. Okay, I'll just use this because I mean I've got so many brushes, but are any of them clean? Probably not. I'm just gonna pop this one under. Oh, that's nice. You know, sometimes with like a white, it can be like, oh my gosh, like where is she? Like where is she? But I like that, and you can definitely see it. Do you know what? I am a huge fan of the Zodiac palettes by BH Cosmetic, and they have the most beautiful kind of off-white, which has like a pinky undertone to it in the Love Signs palette, and that's like one of my favorite all-time eyeshadows. So yeah, I'm pleased to say that this kind of white is very good for a white. I think it must be really challenging to formulate a white eyeshadow just because, I don't know, I've heard it can be quite challenging. Like, I am no makeup producing expert or anything, but I've heard it can be quite challenging. But I think this one is actually really, really good. It's very pigmented and it looks really, really good. I'm really happy with that. I feel like I've just had an instant brow lift and I could really do with an instant brow lift. I'm tempted just to pop a little bit up there too. Oh no, she's getting carried away. I'm getting carried away. I'm gonna have to do it on the other side because otherwise it won't be symmetrical. Like, when is it ever symmetrical with me? Like, when? Never, I know. But anyway, right, so guys, I'm really, really happy with that. So next, we are going to move on to the second matte, which is, it's kind of like a warm tone grey. It looks actually very similar to the colour of my walls, which is called Mole's Breath. Honestly, the paint, Mole's Breath. Like, how did they come up with these ridiculous names? It's by Farrow and Ball. And also, Farrow and Ball have another shade called Elephant's Breath. They're just obsessed with like animals' breaths. What a random name is that? They must have been on like acid. It's just like one night out in the forest and trying to name their different shades, and they said, Mole's Breath. And we all just take it seriously and just don't laugh and don't think, oh my gosh, that's random. We just like accept it, like, oh, of course, yes, of course, Mole's Breath. Do you know what I mean? If you ever like really actually look at the names of paints these days, oh my gosh, crazy. I'm going to go into this shade, and this is just like the reason why I like to have more mattes in my palettes, because I mean, literally I've got 3 shades to choose from, and because this one is like a more transitional shade and this is deeper, you are definitely just you're gonna use all 3 in every single look, and then you just mix up the, look at me being a negative Nancy. I'm not going to. I'm just going to like carry on, be chilled out, subtly try and clean my makeup brush on the palm of my hand. Okay, so guys, we're going in with Slithering. Oh, this is called Slithering. I like it. Okay, so I'm just going to pop Slithering. It's just going to go like, oh, I love it. I love it. You know, I love kind of everything about Halloween, but the thing that I think I love the most, well, second about Halloween, my first thing that I love about Halloween is all of the Halloween decor that comes out in TK Maxx, but my second favourite thing is all the makeup brands release like Halloween-y kind of collections, and they actually release cool toned eyeshadow palettes for the first time all year. which is very appreciated by me. I really like this. Like, I really like this shade. That is stunning. Can you hear Honey trying to persuade the boys to go out in the garden to play football? Okay, so I'm really, really impressed with the quality of this eyeshadow. It's blending out beautifully. And what I really like about it is it's actually got a lot of depth. I'm going to sound like a complete asshole now because just the way I'm describing this is a little bit pretentious. But, you know, like with some poor quality eyeshadows, they go on nicely, but the more you blend them, they just disappear. And then they look really kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? They look really faded. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I can breathe again. They look really faded, okay? So what I like about this is the more you blend it, it kind of takes on more dimension. So you get like more smokiness. You get a little bit more like flair. So I like that it doesn't just like disappear on you. It actually like metamorphosizes. See what I mean? I told you that what I was about to say was going to be really pretentious, and I was not lying to you, was I? I'm going to just spend a little bit of time just really kind of blending, because I know it's not going to become faded. I'm just kind of blending because I want to really have like this smoky grey, like diffused look kind of up here. So I'm just going to spend some time just blending. And after I have done that, we're going to go in with a shimmy, shimmy, shimmer. Okay, so I've spent some time really, really kind of blending out that grey, and I think it looks really, really good. So big up me, I know. Yes, humble brag, like the self-congratulation committee is here. The committee of one people. But anyway, so I've decided after much consideration that I'm going to go in with the shade Silent Killer. I would describe this shade as being a gunmetal kind of shade, which I love. So this is what it looks like, and it feels so soft and creamy, and I'm so excited to get it up on my lid. So I'm actually just going to go in with my fingers, seeing as I've got it on my finger. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely gorgina. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Like, oh, wow. Just like 10 million times. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, wow. Right. Okay. So I'm just going to continue with my finger, but I'm not going to go in with my smaller finger because I only have a small lid space, and I thought it would be a good idea to go in with the biggest finger, which was not a good idea. I'm not going to take it all the way in to the inner corner because I want to go in with like a silver metallic in the inner corner to add some real kind of va-va-voom. Usually with metallics, I will kind of go in with like a wet brush, or, you know, I'll kind of moisten the shadow. But you definitely do not need to do that with these or with this metallic, because it just feels so creamy and smooth, and it's just got so much glow to it. You know, like with a metallic, where sometimes you get a metallic and it's just like glowy, but this looks like it's got loads of little diamonds in there. I don't think it has glitter. Oh no, it does. It's got glitter in, so that explains it. It's got tiny, tiny, tiny little micro glitters in there, which give the effect of like twinkling diamonds. Oh, there's the postman. Oh, I was waiting for a delivery today and it's not come. And the postman's just like nonchalantly just wandered past with his bag, which is full of not my delivery, which is okay, so just to finish off the metallic, I'm going to go in with a brush. God, I've kind of thinking faster than the words were able to come out of my mouth, and I've done that a couple of times today, and it's kind of like watching a train crash in like slow motion. But anyway, so I've got a little tiny brush which definitely is not clean, but oh well. And I'm just going to pop that back into the shadow, and I just want to finesse everything. You know, sometimes your finger just cannot reach all of those crevices. Okay, so next I just want to add a little bit of like, oh, has my tape not? Oh yeah, it has. Time is against me, and the stickiness of this tape is against me too. So I'm just going to get a tiny little brush, which, yes, it's dirty. I can't, do you know what? No. I have some higher standards here, Anwen. This is dirty too. Okay, Okay, right, I must have a brush that is not dirty up in here. Like, there must be a brush. I fail to believe that I do not have a non-dirty brush. I just fail to believe it. Okay, I think I found one. Oh my gosh, amazing. Oh, do you know what? I may go in with like bitter, which is this beautiful, beautiful shade. It's kind of like a black, and then it has blue micro glitters in it, and it's gorgeous, like so gorgeous. So I'm just going to be popping that right into my outer vagina. I am. Just to add a little bit of like depth of colour, you know? I actually don't know. Is this meant to be like a matte shade? But it's just got the glitter in, which is making me confused to think that it's actually not a matte shade. I don't know. Oh my gosh, like this shade is so beautiful. The only thing that's kind of letting me down right now is this fucking tape. It is not sticky at all. So that's very disappointing. Shadow is absolutely gorgeous. Like, I wasn't 100% sure if we were actually even going to be able to see it or not. Like, over the gunmetal, would they just kind of morph into the same shade? But I can definitely see it just looks darker here. So that is great. So I'm just going to kind of blend. And then fight with the tape. And then blend. We're going to take the tape off, which I'm sure the tape is very excited about, seeing as it definitely did not want to be there in the first place. Take it off. Oh my gosh, perfection. Again, humble brag. And I know it's not symmetrical. When is it ever? I'm just going to take my brush. I'm just going to blend. Do you know what? I'm actually going to use... Which dirty brush can I actually use is the question, but... I'm just going to use this one that we used before. And I'm just going to blend. Okay. And then okay, so I'm really happy with that. And we're now going to just move on to the lower lash line. I've decided, in order to make my eyes pop and look bigger than they actually are, I'm going to go in with some white eyeliner. This is by Hand Diane, and it's a gel cream eyeliner, and this is just in a stark white shade. If you're into coloured eyeliners, I would definitely recommend these ones by Hand Diane. You can get them in a set of 6 for about £4, and the shades are really beautiful. The quality is beautiful. They're really pigmented. They go on easily. They last for ages, and they're just super affordable. So great bargain. Oh no, it's looking a bit dirty at the tip. Well, that's no surprise, because I mean everything else in my life is dirty. That's a fucking cat's toy. Can I have no peace to do my video? What is that? Excuse me. Dude, I am trying to film a video here, my love, I am. Dude, a dude is playing with his cat toy, and you know I love Dude, but he's like, dude, there's a production going on. Do a little swatch first to try and get some of the dirtiness off. Oh God, can you see where I'm not set? The foundation under my eyes. I mean, that's just like... Do you know what I'm going to do? Actually, no, we're not going to stand for it. No, we're not. I'm going to grab setting powder. Why should we have to live with, you know, unset under eyes? We shouldn't. So I'm just going to go in with this powder. I'm just going to... Oh no, this powder definitely like... Anyway, oh, whatever, I'm done caring. It had some glitter on it, and the glitter's now transferred onto my face, but oh well, it's fine, who cares? Not me. How could I ever be angry at glitter? I just couldn't. Anyway, right, perfs. Okay, we're starting again with this. That's made absolutely no difference whatsoever, I think. Are you okay, Louie? Are you playing with your little toy? Is it good? Just think it's my eyes so smoky, like you can see it. But maybe not having the most impact ever, so I'm just going to go in with my black. Struggling to hear myself think with Dude at the moment, doing his show in the background, but... Okay, so there we go, guys. Like, I definitely love having black in my waterline because I just think it makes the whites of your eyes look really like blinding. Oh, we were going to do the under eye and have to put black there. Anyway, it's fine. We're going to go in with Bad Blood, which is this. It's kind of like it's like a greyish purpley kind of colour, and I really like it. So I'm going to take this brush, which is kind of clean, kind of not, but oh well, and I'm going to dip in. I'm going to tap the excess off. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, and to finish off the eye look, I'm going to go in with this silver shade, and I'm going to be popping that on my inner corner to act as a highlight, a blending highlight, I hope. This is what that shade looks like. Ooh la la. Oh, you know what time it is. Anwen needs another brush, but are any clean? No, we know the answer, don't we? I'll just go in with this fecker. So I do like this shadow. I think it has a load of pop, like, you know, even from back here you can kind of see it there. Just, you know, it acts as like the most perfect kind of inner corner highlight, but up close it is very glittery. Although, do you know what, saying that, like, I can't knock it because it does actually look, it looks really, really good. So I'm not going to be negative. I really like it, but it is very glittery. Like, it just FYI. I've just also popped a little bit just under the brow, just for an added little bit of lift. Okay, so this is the final look. I did my, well, I didn't really do lipstick. I did a kind of tinted lip balm kind of situation. We've finished off the eyes. I popped a little bit of black eyeliner on just to make it extra dramatic. I went with a very kind of pink pigmented blush because I think that pink really goes well with like silver tones and black. So I wanted to have a real kind of pop of pink on my cheeks, and also I definitely put too much on. So I love it. I think it's clear to see that. I mean, I didn't have any complaints about any of the shadows. The only thing that I would change is, I mean, maybe I would like just a couple more matte shades to work with. However, the black here kind of acted as a matte, but it just had loads of sparkling. So actually, definitely was not matte. But do you know what? Right, okay, I'm just going to backtrack. Even with my dislike of palettes where the ratio of mattes to shimmers is low, I actually really love this palette, and I'm definitely going to be buying one of the other ones. I can't quite remember which ones were £7.50, but I think I'm going to get the warm toned, and I think I'm going to get the pink and purple one. Do you know what? It wasn't that long ago, was it, when I was saying how, you know, I was trying not to buy more makeup, and that I was really happy with the amount of makeup that I have. And here I am saying I need 2 more palettes. I don't know. Maybe I don't need them. Well, I know I don't need them, but I want them. So anyway, we'll see. Will I get those palettes or will I not? I probably will. Anyway, guys, I would definitely say if you're eyeing up this palette, I would totally recommend that you go for it. I think at the cost of £15, it's well worth it. And I think if it's on offer, or if you're going to go for one of the other kind of colour schemes for £7.50, it's a fecking steal. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And yeah, thank you as always for watching.